Hello and welcome to the news in English of Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. For the success of the 14th election choosing National Assembly deputies and People's Council deputies at all levels, tenure from 2016 to 2021, this day, along with the implementation of preparatory steps, Thống Nhất and published propaganda on the election with multiple forms, contributing to effect on classes of people towards election festival. To improve the quality of the electoral propaganda right from the beginning of the year, the district radio station opened the repertoire towards the 14th election choosing deputies of National Assembly and People's Councils at all levels, tenure from 2016 to 2021. The amount of time of each items were from 5 to 6 minutes. In parallel, the technical staff of the district radio station with the officials of the commune radio stations organized checking and repairing the speakers, strengthening reflect the electoral preparatory activities, process of negotiating broadcasts each week from 10 to 12 news and articles related to the election. In addition, Information Cultural Center of Thống Nhất District has installed 13 new propaganda panels and banners. 100 of election content decorative flags at the district administrative center and the local main roads. Organized working propaganda float in communes and remote areas. By this time, communes in the district has done well in doing propaganda through loudspeakers, system combined with propaganda banners and slogan panels in schools, churches, health centers, markets, and vertical the local main roads. This morning, Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station held the Press Corps Awards period from 2016 to 2020 for officials, reporters, and editors that are eligible for granting cards are working in the station. Authorized by the Ministry of Information and Communications, Mr. Nguyễn Minh Hùng, Director of the Provincial Department of Information and Communications, had awarded press card to 49 officials, reporters, and editors. Press cards have a term used from 2016 to 2020. On these occasions, Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station also announced decisions, reappointment, new appointment, and rotation of personnel work in some expert bureaus of the station. Speaking at the Press Corps Awards, Mr. Nguyễn Minh Hùng, Director of the Department of Information and Communications, congratulated the entire staff, reporters, and editors having trained cards and newly registered cards each time. He also warns journalists to continue to promote social responsibilities, civic duties, constant self-improving training skill and spirit, political quality, professional ethics, and professional skills to contribute to the development of Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station in particular, and the development of all aspects of Đồng Nai province in general. Ladies and gentlemen, British Foreign Minister Philip Hammond is having a visit to Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City in the 12th and 13th of April. Before the visit on the 11th of April, Foreign Minister Hammond said he will discuss opportunities to further strengthen cooperative relations with Vietnam. The UK confirmed Mr. Hammond's visit is a good opportunity to promote cooperation with trade and investment, science, education, and innovation to Vietnam. The country has achieved many significant accomplishments to become one of the fastest-growing economies in Southeast Asia. According to Foreign Minister Hammond, Vietnam and the UK have more potential for cooperation in areas such as infrastructure, health, energy, financial services. Ladies and gentlemen, the conference of foreign ministers of the G7 industrialized countries had ended with making Hiroshima claims. This statement refers to many problems, but the world's media pay special attention to the implicit message to Beijing that they will pay a high price if they continue with their illegal actions in the East Sea and the South China Sea. The hegemonic ambitions of the sea of this country And the G7 statements also have the US have more support to persuade allies, including Australia, to do the same action. We formed an alliance in the East Sea. Reuters news agency reported the G7 called on countries to comply with international maritime law and make any binding verdict by the court and the arbitral tribunal when referring to the fact that Philippines sued for absurd claims in the East Sea of China to the Permanent Court of Arbitration (PCA) of the United Nations. On EJ Inside website of Hong Kong showed something strange. Beijing was a strong supporter of non-interference in the international affairs of countries, but often voiced that other countries should and should not say something, referring to Beijing's displeasure attitude. When the Conference of Foreign Ministers of the G7 not only discussed but also issued joint statements on the East Sea and South China Sea problem, the fact that the major news outlets reported problems about East Sea and South China Sea show that aggressive, absurd, and provocative actions of Beijing has made the situation in the region increasingly tense. That's all for the news in English today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.